Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Real niggas on the rip. Pussy get the gossiping. Till I lay him down, take his crown and his watching shit. M1 stock kit, 100 like a mosh pit. Watch me move the crowd with my finger, get the pounding shit. Picture on the mound, third base when we sliding shit. Papa, where you hiding at? Basement of the laundromat. Hanging from the ceiling in the city where you find me at. Real street nigga, definition of a zombie act. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Work from across the map. Trap, yeah, I sold 'em crack. Oil in the water, ask your daughter when I blow her back. Dirty with a switchy, yeah, nigga, you getting all of that. Lay 'em like a doormat. Pussy, what's the format? Black Louis Chuckers, leave your brother by the door. Scrap 2 bricks, cane rap, nigga, where that chain at? Pipe Rex, baking soda when I bought the cane back. Pull up at the light, I'm doing dirty like H-Mac. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit. Fuck all that line shit. Bullets get the flying quick. Dirty in the ladder hit. You niggas with all kind of shit. Shorty hit my phone about some don't go round 9 and shit. Creasing with the iron, lay 'em down when I fire shit.
Shout out to my co-host, NY Santos, popping up to the show. Popping up real strong. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing. You know, sometimes he'll breathe in, breathe out, and give you them low facts. You know, twice in a day, doing something great. You hear me? But besides that, you know, yes, the link is in the chat. 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 You see the thumbnail, you see the title. You know, Canelo Crawford 2. It's gonna be a Canelo Crawford 2. Or the other fight he got besides that, you know, is the other biggest fight besides Canelo is Jerome Boots. Unless we're gonna get Jamil Charlo. We get Charlo, great. No, we don't. And hey, I don't know. No. But like I said, and another thing I was gonna put on here, but I'm gonna do that for another time. I'm thinking, should I? Yeah, I'll make a different video upon it. I'll make a different video upon it. But we're gonna talk about it now, though. It's Bud cherry picking, and what I mean by that is this undisputed status shit. And what I mean by that is him not fighting the fighters going around unifying, collecting the titles like Spence did. You're just waiting for one fighter to collect all of the belts like Spence did, to collect 3 titles or become undisputed, and then you just end up going to that weight class and end up fighting them and end up beating them just to make history. Could that be a coincidence or some WWE stuff? We're going to talk about all of this. Segment 3, old media is biased. It's too much biased old media. You can watch Ring Magazine media. Like I say, it's all top people. You know, This old media is too biased. I watch them say the dumbest stuff out their mouth. And it's like, for instance, Jerron Boots in it. So I watch a lot of people saying, oh, he ain't beat a name. Well, Sergey Limpin, this was a name. When everybody else beat him, it's a big name, right? Or fighting a ranked fighter, the top 10 in your division is a name, right? But since when it don't become a name? You understand me? Oh, I get it because of commentator fighters. They force fighters and they build fighters up so you can believe that they're a name, but they don't sell tickets. Like for instance, y'all really think Janet Beck and Laura, if they was a main event, they can sell tickets? No. We gonna keep it tall? No. Probably in their country, yes, but out here, no. We ain't running around saying, yo, we gonna go pay. No, we not. But these people will force you because these fighters is signed to a certain a certain promotional company, or they're signed to a certain publication. And what I mean by that, they do certain interviews with old media bias. We're gonna get to that segment. Uh, the Bud should fight the winner of, if Virgil get past Lubin, which I think he will, should fight the winner of Boots and Virgil. You know, and we know Boots gonna become the victorious one out of that. And that's when it builds the 147 storyline. Because they been was supposed to fight since 147. You feel me? Since when Boots was his mandatory, the WBO route, then became his mandatory, the IBF route. For the second time, when he became undisputed, and Bud literally dropped the titles just to move up for a bum that nobody know named Madrimov. Then they say, oh, he this and that. Then we watch Madrimov fight again, and I told y'all he butt cheeks when Virgil watched him. Now I'm like, I told y'all he not that. And then they still forcing him upon us when we know he's not that, bro. When you get two losses back to back, you drop back to number 25 in the rankings. And how he still ranked. This is what's wrong with these body sanctions, man. And these rankings, they got to tighten up. This is why you got to protect the Muhammad Ali Act. Because of shit like this. And for these promoters, these advisors and managers won't play with the fighter money. Protect the Muhammad Ali Act. Hey, Donald Trump, please protect it. This is all these fighters got. Please protect it. But yes, the 8-minute mark here. Time to cook. You feel me? We're gonna start it. We're gonna talk all shit. You hear me? We're gonna ball. We're gonna do all that nut shit. You hear me? We're gonna do all that nut shit. We're gonna time talk heaven. And yes, I'm starting it off. Old media. I'm starting off with old media. Fuck that. I'm starting off with old media. Old media gotta tighten up. Because y'all creating these narratives that's false, bro. It's too many false narratives y'all creating. It's fucked up. And it's like, since when it's not been cool to fight a ranked fighter? Since when it's been cool to call a person that's ranked number 8 in the division a duck, a Uber driver? Since when? But if your favorite fighter was to fight that fighter, it would have been a different story, right? Let's say if Boots would have moved up and fought Madrimov, who nobody ain't know, y'all would have said, we don't know this guy, right? But since Bud Crawford did it, oh, it is, he's that. No, the fuck Madrimov wasn't. Y'all stupid motherfuckers forgot. Listen, I'm sorry, but I gotta cook. I gotta keep facts here. You feel me? I gotta keep facts here. But at the end of the day, Crawford only can fight who's in front of him. So this is first time going over there dealing with these type of guys. Like, all right, I'm dealing with y'all. We're gonna make some money together. Who y'all gonna put in front of me? Exactly. This is what these people are gonna do. They're gonna feed them these East. They're gonna feed. They fed Canelo. We seen when Boots signed Eddie Hearns. We seen that. We seen that when every American signed with certain promoters from across seas, they gotta go on a European tour. So there's nothing wrong with that. So which means since we are journalists, bro, you gotta know who's the top 3,200 fighters in the world, bro. Even if they from across seas. So you go across seas, we probably don't know these guys, but they're ranked. They there right in front of our face. When you look at BoxRec, when you look at the rankings, these people is right there. But I'm talking about, you got to watch these people grow as fighters. And that's what I do. I don't shoot off the hip. I don't. Listen, when I sit here and I watch other interviews, when I ain't doing nothing, and my sons or somebody else are watching another one, somebody interview, I'm listening to these people, right? But I know they don't know shit about boxing. And the reason, because I always use Tank as an example. When Tank took that knee, wasn't nobody saying Everybody kept saying Lamont dropped him. I was the only person saying that it's legal. If you know the rules of boxing, you are a fighter is allowed to take a knee. I'm the only person saying this. And what happened? Come out to be correct. Because I'm always right, man. I do this shit. I know it. I love the sport of boxing. Just like I love the sport of football. Not when all of these new rules come in and fuck shit up. I mean, but at the end of the day, old media need to tighten up because they don't really know nothing. You go out here, you heard showbiz. Oh, I ain't even know that. How you ain't know that? But you criticizing fighters, bro. You criticizing fighters. You go into the gym and you don't know this. Your son in the amateurs. The trainer ain't teach your son this. If that trainer did not teach your son that, get the fuck away from that trainer. And that goes for every trainer. Yo, Kendra. And that goes for every trainer. For every trainer that don't teach these kids the book, to learn the book, to learn the rules of boxing. If these trainers ain't doing it, get the fuck away from that trainer, man. Because all he doing is just snatching your money. If your child go in the gym and he already punching the bag in a week, get your child away from that motherfucking trainer. Because everything is not to be pretty, man. It's principle in this, man. It's principle. What's up, my guy? It's principle in this, and this is the shit these kids need to learn. And that's why I say old media is too biased. Then they want to critique us, us people on YouTube and these YouTube streets. Like, no, nigga, we know the sport of boxing. We love this shit. We watch this shit more than y'all. We know every fighter that's ranked from 1 to motherfucking 25. But how the fuck y'all people don't? But y'all want to create narratives just trying to make another fighter look cool when it's not. If a fighter been in 3 weight classes and never fought for a title shot, how his resume great? If you never had a title shot. And you're ranked number 1 or mandatory. And when you got the opportunity, you fumble the ball. Or you can say you fucked up the bag. But you never fought the title shot because you always got sick. But old media paint that shit a whole different way. And that's what I don't agree with. And that's what I don't agree upon. Like, old media be tripping, man. They gotta tighten up. They gotta do better, man. That's why it's called a ranking. You got a body sanction, which have a rank in the top 20, really a top 40 in a ranking. Then you have, all right, you have a divisional ranking, which is a certain division, and you got the top 200. Then you got body sanctions. So you got the WBA, WBO, WBC, IBF, IBO. Each of them got a top 40 to a top 100 ranking. What was going to be broadcasted is the top 40. Certain places like BoxRec, Box Scene, Box News, etc., they're going to give you the top 15. You dig? But it's us to learn it. It's us to go out there, do the research, and come back and critique who's the next up and coming person. It doesn't matter where they from. It's our job to do that. And this is new media, and this is what we doing. We not following suit what old media does. Old media who create narratives. Old media that sounds stupid, like the guy Mora. You feel me? Or what's on the Chris Maddox show? The guy Mora talking about, well, Carlos Adames. Bro, Carlos Adames don't sell tickets like Jerron Boots and his dickhead. Make it make sense. If that nigga doing just in Philadelphia is common sense, just like Bud did in Omaha, which I never believed Top Rank saying Bud don't sell tickets because when you look at Omaha, that shit crowded. You know what I mean? Especially the arena that they in is like a college venue, so it's 20, 30,000 in that motherfucking capacity too. But you let them tell it they want to paint a different narrative. You feel me? And just like I watch people talk about Boots last fight, right? And what I mean by that is the venue. Was y'all there? We from Philly. We was there. I'm asking y'all, was y'all there? I watched Brian Norman say the dumbest shit out of his mouth. Shout out my guy Mill City Boxing. I fuck with you. But I'm watching y'all saying some dumbass shit out y'all mouth when none of y'all was at the fight. That shit was crowded, bro. 15,000 people. It was 15,000 people. This is my city, Philadelphia, Wells Fargo's, nigga. It was 15,000 people in that motherfucking building, bro. And that shit hold 18. No, it wasn't like the Davy Amnesia, how it was sold out the first time, or the Cameron Chuck and Z. No, it wasn't like that. But it was 15,000 in that motherfucker. Probably 15.1. Now I mean 15 and some change, but it was 15,000 in that motherfucking building. And that's the problem. That's the problem. People understand you do an interview with the Duckmans, but you got to keep it tall on. Like, bro, them niggas never sold tickets before. You keep saying, "Oh, we going straight to Devin, bro." We just watched Devin Haney get his ass whipped and do the most bitches shit in boxing, and this is what I mean about old media. Y'all tend to forget that Devin Haney did the most pussiest shit in boxing, yo. He got his ass whipped and come back with Victor Conte and lied and said a man was on Ostarine, but a little teeny spectacle Ostarine ain't do none of that shit Ryan did. But pay attention. You watch Ryan in every fight, he was gassed, right? Was he tired? Was he gassed? Was he gassed? Yes, right? Right? But I'm gonna tell you with snack fighters, right? When Bud fought Canelo, was he tired? When Bud fought Canelo, was Crawford the fuck tired? I'm asking y'all, was Crawford tired? Fuck no. Fuck no, that nigga wasn't tired. And my point, exactly. My point, exactly. But this is old media. This is the shit that they do. This is old media. Well, I'm off them corny motherfuckers, man, because I don't really like to talk about them bum ass niggas a lot. Because, they don't really do much. Old media don't really do much. But knob slide. You feel me? You talk about Ryan being on Ostarine. But when Bud fought Canelo, was he tired? When Devin Haney fought Jose Ramirez, that nigga ran for 12 rounds. Was he tired? No, right? My point exactly. Fuck out of here. Those niggas got Ostarine in their motherfucking system. Because people don't know. When Ryan Garcia was suspended, Devin Haney was suspended for a year too. Devin Haney was suspended too. Cause those samples that y'all tested on Ryan was Devin Haney samples. And the niggas on snacks come back as what? Clenbuterol come back as what? Ostarine. Remember, Ostarine sold 90s. How it's going to pop up over 20, 25 years later, 27 years later, 30 years later? Make that shit make sense, y'all, man. But I'm off old media, man. We getting into it. You see the thumbnail, you know the title. Canelo Crawford 2. It's going to happen. That's the biggest fight in boxing again. And I'm watching people talking about Canelo and his motherfucking surgery shit. Canelo was not getting surgery. Remember, we got the same story with Bud Crawford. And it wasn't Bud who explained it. It was Turkey. Remember when Turkey did that interview in 2024 of December, and we thought we was going to get Bud or Virgil that February, but we ended up getting Virgil and Madrigal. That's when Virgil, all the people ducking me. Nobody ducking you. But make it long story short, and the short story long, Turkey said, this is why I say this shit is so WW. Oh, Bud getting a fucking a surgery on his shoulder. This is fact. He stated that, right? Then all of a sudden, Bud ended up getting the therapeutic use exemption inside the Canelo fight. No legal steroids. So now Canelo gets in. By the time Canelo get back in the ring, it'll be May. Well, if Chris Maddox and all them stupid ass niggas know, Canelo only fight May and September. So he's gonna be back in time for the fight. But I got videos of Canelo singing there. I'm about to post a video when he back in the gym. He outside in the corner of one of his ranches, shadowboxing. I'm gonna show y'all this. Like he back in camp training. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna post it when I get off this. That's the biggest fight in boxing for Bud to happen to defend his undisputed status at 168 if he won $100 million check. You feel me? That's if he won $100 million check. But if he don't, the only fight that makes sense, and it only been making sense since 147 is Deron Booker. He should been making sense since 2019. And you just like I always say, you just got old media that come on here. Then you just get new boxing fans that just started watching media probably 6 months ago, a year ago, or a year and a half ago that don't really know shit. And the only thing they know is they see what Turkey doing. And if you really look what Turkey doing and you know boxing, you'll be like, damn, he ain't put on a big fight yet. But he never did put on a big fight yet. If they did, Conor Ben Chris Eubank is a big fight for boxing, but for cross seas. You feel me? It's a big fight for cross seas. But for America, the fights that we wanted, y'all never gave it to us. We never got Canelo Benavidez. We never got Bud and Boots. We never got we never wanted Shakur and Tank, but no, people started calling that about that late in life. But we never got the Devin Haney and Tank. We never got the Teofimo and Tank. We never got the Tank and Loma. We never got none of those. So when you got old media that create these narratives and people believe that shit, this is what you're gonna get. A bunch of blind following motherfuckers that don't do research. A bunch of blind following motherfuckers that don't know boxing. You
Yo,
know? 'Cause- what's up? What's up?
what's
Because at
good,
that
my
time,
boy?
chilling. At that time, that shit made me laugh when I seen Tank take that knee. And I watched everybody, every corny motherfucker talking about he trying to do this. And I'm the only nigga that kept saying it. And what happened? If you know about boxing and you know the rules, you're gonna know that you are allowed to take a knee. And when Gary Russell exposed that shit, and when Shushu Carrots and told Showbiz been out how long critiquing fighters, you know about that. Make
Yo,
do your research. Never be a blind follower. Because when you do your research, the truth gonna always win, man. The truth gonna always win. It's gonna always win. It might take you a long time to get there, but you ain't got a knob slide, something that's a certain entity that's not gonna be in boxing for long. Trying to get down to it with a certain entity that's trying to damage the Muhammad Ali Act and fuck these fighters over. You understand me? I laugh at people, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something, right?
shit almost broke on my
I'm a,
ass.
I'm gonna pick up this, right? I'm gonna tell y'all something about. I'm gonna tell you something, right? I got Riyadh money, right? You know how to do Riyadh season, Riyadh money. But oh, you go over there, you get paid more money. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. I want y'all to go up and look how much is $80 million of their money. It is to what our money is, right? If I'm not mistaken, I had $1,000 bill. I did this work before I was on a run and shit, right? Because I knocked my
Right.
PO out. I went on a run. So when I went on a run, this is real shit, right? When I went on a run and shit, I was doing like still get money in the streets with my block. We were paying me rent at the end of the week, but I still was doing like construction jobs with my man and shit, knocking down. I mean, getting good money, networking, so I can try to build another a company and shit. So we end up we end up doing some work and shit. You know what I mean, we doing some motherfucking work, and damn, I forgot what I was about to say. My fucking man, yo, stop hitting me up. I just told you I'm live, dog. Fuck
Hmm.
my concentration up, doggy. Damn, cuz
About to say, cuz you still ain't get to the point.
yeah, man, my man hit me up with some dumb shit. I hate when I call a nigga, yo, I'm going live. Do not hit me for an hour. And 15 minutes later, these niggas want to hit you and fuck up.
Ain't call you all day.
Yeah, some bullshit, man. Fuck my whole concentration. Hey, bro, I'm gonna get your ass, my nigga. Dang, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. You know? He
Shit
be
so
giving them.
real. I'm rolling this spliff right now. I forgot what you was talking about. You was saying something about $80 million to
Oh
our
yeah,
money and
yeah,
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's what I was getting to, right? Well, I did a job. I was like, from my shout out to Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Muhammad is a big guy out here in Philly that owns big real estate. You know, Turkey, you know him. While I'm doing work for them, and they gave me some $1,000 bills in Riyadh money. You feel me? So I'm gonna be real. I'm like, nigga, I got $1,000 bill, nigga. This shit probably worth $100 over here. You feel me?
Word.
Nigga, nigga. One place it was worth $3. I went to another place. It was worth $1.13. $1.13. I said, "What? Oh fuck no, nigga." One back, yo, nigga, you gotta give me my money, bro. He started cracking the fuck up. He said, "I knew you was gonna come back. I was fucking with you, man." I said, "Bro, don't you ever do that again, man. You feel me? Don't you ever do that again." You know, and that's what I tell fighters when people don't understand. Boots exposed Turkey, right? Boots said, "Well, if you trying to give me over 20, 80 million over there, why you just can't give me the 3, 4 million over here, which is something I'm already making myself? You feel me? Why you just can't give me? At that time, it was like 7 to 8 million. He said, why you just can't give me that over here in the states? You feel me? Because I'm already making 3.7, 3.9 million myself over here. You feel me? Why are you trying to
Word.
give me big money? That's why I tell people they sign NDAs. See,
Yo, I'm gonna be right back. You heard?
yeah, yeah,
Keep cooking on. I'm gonna be right
I
back.
am. I got you. That's why people sign NDAs. You know, when you get particular fighters that's over there and have fights over there, they'll tell you like the money. Money is good, but it ain't what it seems. It ain't what they making it seem like. And I got a fact, but I'm not gonna fuck nobody's situation up to come on here and do an interview and y'all see that person's face, y'all be like, oh, I believe it now. I'm not going to do that because it'll fumble another person's bag. But do they got the bag? Yes. Um, every promoter, listen, boxers supposed to be making $50,000 a year. If you're making 100,000, 150, 200,000, 300,000, hey, you breaking the bank. You feel me? You breaking the bank, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But yes, Boots and Bud won't be a pay-per-view hit. Why? Because they're not paid. Well, they are pay-per-view stars, but y'all, we not making them pay-per-view stars. That's the fucking point. And that's the point I'm making is when Boots was with PBC, he was on his way to become that. But when Rest in Peace Karen Duncan happened, Eddie stepped in, but you already know Eddie is already with a streaming platform. So Eddie knew the game is like I'm already in streaming platform, so it makes no sense for me to double bubble with the people and be a greedy motherfucker and say, oh, you do the streaming joint and y'all gonna pay per view. It makes no sense. I'm already paying the streaming shit. You're gonna gain more viewership, but you treat it as a pay per view. Is that just on that fight date of that month, instead of the bill being a certain bill, you always put it like, oh, all right, this month, if it's a big promotional fight coming, let's say if they would have had like Benavidez and Yard, right? It's on the zone, right? So let's say instead of like a pay per view, instead of the zone being $29.99 that month of November, right? Next month bill will be $50. Why? Because now it's like a pay per view. You got to understand how to monetize it. So, all right, if I got a streaming company, I can't do pay per views because I got the streaming company, I got the fights on here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be smart, not a retard. The day of the big fights, the month of the big fights, I'm just going to up the bill another $20. People are going to pay for it. Why? Because it's a sport. It, it's a sports act. Common sense. That's what you do with Bud and Boots because it's the biggest fighting box. And the storyline been there since 147. It been there since 2019. That storyline been there. Feel me? The Roy Jones and James Toney of this fucking era. The Roy Jones and James Toney of this era. Let's make the fight happen, yo. Stop critiquing, stop bullshitting. Let's make this motherfucker fight happen. It's only right, man. But old media got to get out the way. Old media got to get out the way. And for Bud to take the fight, if it's not going to be the Canelo fight and he still got to wait, it's only for the top of the year. We know Virgil going to beat Lubin. Listen, Lubin always dropped the ball. I'm telling you, Virgil going to end up knocking the nigga out. I'm telling you, I'm calling it now. Lubin always dropped the ball. He's going to get knocked out. Straight like that. Straight like that. Know what I mean? Virgil get the victory. You know, the winner out of Boots and Virgil, which I know Boots is going to be victorious. That's who Bud Crawford should fight. You know, in the meantime, between time, if you want to capture a title at 160, go do it. You feel me? Or not, if you're going to do the Canelo rematch, you can be like, all right, well, I'm going to take the winner out of that. So whoever the winner out of that, I got an idea. The winner out of Virgil and Boots fights on an undercard of Canelo Crawford 2, but a champion at 160. That nips everything in the bud. So it can be Carlos Adames or it can be Janet Beck or Laura. Because what I'm about to get to is about to be crazy. It's called cherry picking. You feel me? A lot of people said Danny cherry pick. A lot of people say Mayweather cherry pick. A lot of people saying Bud cherry pick. Because ain't nobody wanted to see Canelo Crawford. We wanted Benavidez and Canelo, right? So if, which it looks like, Janet Beck and Laura fighting unification. And if Laura fight the winner of that, then Bud come in. Is that a cherry pick? Because that's not you doing what Spence did or doing what you did at 140, collecting all of the titles. Is that called a cherry pick? But if it's called a cherry pick, if you're fighting other fighters that they're winning, it's called a cherry
Yo,
pick.
that's my fault, King.
No, ain't nothing. Ain't,
I got these cookies and shit in the oven for the fam. You know I'm doing my thing. My little thug thizzle, man.
no, no. I just be talking about cherry picking. Know what I mean,
All them niggas be cherry picking.
yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. It is Bud cherry picking.
All them niggas be cherry picking. Boots, Virgil,
Now,
uh,
not that. Well, what they're doing, like Virgil a prospect, so he's not cherry picking. Boots a unified chair. That's what I'm saying. How?
listen,
I'm
Virgil.
asking you a question.
You want to know
You
why
know
Virgil
about
can't be a
boxing?
prospect? But listen.
I
You be
mean, how you a champion and you cherry picking? How Boots a cherry pick? Man, how Boots a cherry pick? Why you say
how
that? Because
about a
other
cherry
people
pick then? You can't use that logic if you're not gonna use it with everybody.
no, it's facts. How Bud cherry picking is, bro? We never wanted no fucking Canelo Crawford.
Bud just moved up to fight Canelo, nigga.
Yo, nigga, nobody never
Yeah.
wanted that shit.
But that don't mean it's a cherry
No, that's a
pick.
cherry pick. Nobody never wanted that shit. Nobody
No,
never wanted that shit. Your mandatory is
that's
David
not what a cherry
Benavidez
pick
for 4
is.
years. We talking about making sense here. A nigga was your mandatory for 4 years. You're not in my fucking weight class. So why am I going to fight you? Oh, I get it. You, we're going to be trying to make another person better than Mayweather. So since Turkey supposedly got this money, which he don't, everything is government. This is what y'all motherfuckers need to understand. Y'all dealing with the government. When you deal with Turkey, you deal with what's his name? The nigga Otapia, Janet Beck, and all of them niggas. You're dealing with the government. You deal with Cambosis, you're dealing with the Australian government. Y'all niggas is dealing with government. So like I said, people don't know shit about what's going on in boxing. People think they do, but they only paint and watch what other people's watching. Then they say the stupid shit out their mouth. So that's why I tell people if if Laura and this nigga fight and Laura come unified, then Carlos Adames fight him and Bud come in. That's a cherry pick, nigga. You're not collecting the titles. You're not in that weight class to collect those titles. You go to 168. You got mandatories there, nigga. You had David Benavidez, your mandatory for 4 years. You got Diego Pacheco, Christian and Billy, bum ass Lester Mark. You got niggas that's your mandatory there. Even Caleb playing at the fucking time. People bitched about Munguia and motherfucking Berlanga when they're his mandatories. Niggas bitch about, but niggas don't know nothing about boxing. They listen and believe everything else people say on YouTube. But if they dumbasses would take their time out and go do their research, they be like, Damn. So you gotta come with a closed situation. That's why I tell people, what's cherry picking? I watch people say Floyd was cherry picking. I can say yes. Why? Because he never fought his mandatories. He never fought his mandatories. Floyd never fought his mandatories. Keith Thurman was his mandatory. Porter was his mandatory. Danny was his mandatory. Timothy Bradley was his mandatory. Paul Williams
Oh,
was his
Danny about to
mandatory.
fight tomorrow. Danny about to fight tomorrow.
At 140, Cotto was his mandatory. He ducked Cotto for 4 years. Manny Pacquiao been your mandatory for 10 years. You've been ducking him in certain weight classes. Like, come on, bro. I know I was there. I was watching this shit. I've been talking about it. I've been cooking because I love this sport. But then when you got the greats that passes away, then you get bum ass niggas like Max Kellerman, and you just get all of the that's what I'm saying. People don't even know top ranked broadcast, bro. You bro, yo, who's top ranked broadcast? Nigga, it's the same HBO, ESPN niggas, bro. And those the same people that's flooded on Ring Magazine and throughout all of this shit. From Showtime, Radio Raheem, all of these corny niggas that couldn't fuck with PBC because PBC ain't like none of them niggas. You feel me? Never like none of them niggas. But now they getting paid by a turkey to spread narratives and people believe the bullshit they say, bro. That's all I can say. Then you tell everybody when everybody learn about Tank taking a knee, then everybody see the fight different. They be like, "Oh, I see the shit different." Now, of course you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the original way from fucking for the first 9 rounds, nigga. It's 7-1. If you gonna give it motherfucker 6-2, it's 7-1. The nigga already up. But if you watching what Pitbull did to the nigga, you see a whole different fight. But one thing about that man I respect
I
about
don't
Tank
think
is
Pitbull beat Tank, bro.
what the fuck he did, man.
Nah, I
I don't
don't
know.
think so, bro.
I
I
don't
don't
know
think
fight.
so, bro. Hey,
I don't
man.
know.
I saw the fight where Tank won.
How he won?
What you
He ain't beat
mean?
him with one hand. How he won? Did he fight him
How,
with one hand? I'm gonna ask
how
you.
he lost? How he
Did he
lost?
fight him with one hand? If his hand was hurt, he would have fought him with one hand. Did he fight him with one hand? Pitbull walked him down the whole fucking fight. So what round Tanks was getting off on? You can ask Caleb, you can ask all of these motherfuckers. They're gonna tell you the truth.
After a certain
He
point,
wasn't never using one
after a
hand.
certain point, he was only using
No,
one
he
hand.
wasn't. He never was using one hand in the
You
fight at
remember in the
all,
wrong
bro.
fight. You remember in the wrong fight.
He never used one hand at all. Did Tank hurt his hand? I'm asking you.
That's
Did
what it
Tank
looked
hurt his
like.
hand?
That's what it looked like.
Tank never said he hurted his hand.
Huh?
Tank never said what hand? What hand? The announcer said Tank hurt it, and then at the end of the
Oh,
fight, Tank
I don't
exposed it.
know. Listen. I don't know
No,
if it was his
you
hand,
only
if it was
saying
his
that because the
shoulder.
announcer said that. You only saying that because the announcer said that, and Tank exposed it.
What they said,
Tank
the
never
shoulder,
used one
wasn't
hand
it?
throughout the whole
Didn't they
fight.
say shoulder?
No, he never said shoulder. They said hand. At the
Yeah, but
end,
the
Tank
corner
said the
said
wrong
shoulder is what
shoulder.
I'm saying.
Tank mentioned the wrong shoulder. And then after that, Tank went on live. Tank went on live and said, listen, I'm not going to do none of that cap. That's that Mayweather shit. When you don't put on a great performance and you supposed to knock a nigga the fuck out, that's that Mayweather shit. That nigga lined me up with that Pitbull Cruz fight. Me and Ed, because it was him and Abner Mars supposed to fight, if everybody know. It was Tank and Abner Mars. Abner Mars pulled out because of the hand injury. Then Pitbull ended up coming up because Pitbull was the co-main event, and Pitbull fought on the card before that. Then he lined him the fuck up. Pitbull just came out of nowhere.
I don't think he beat him, but I hear you.
Shit out of Tank, bro. You see the fight. You see it clear as day. You see it clear as day. But people will
That shit,
say Lamont.
that shit,
How
that
can
shit
you
can't
say
be too
Lamont?
clear.
Listen, how can you say Lamont if the first when you rank the first 9 rounds, every fighter in the world gave going into the ninth round, Tank already up 7 rounds. The first 7 rounds he won. Sean Porter, Floyd Mayweather, Antonio Toro, Roy Jones, myself, everybody in general say the same shit. So how the fuck did Lamont beat Tank?
I don't think he beat Tank. That's a big ass doobie.
I
It's a
mean,
doink. That boy got the doink rolled up.
it's just like niggas, for instance, right? It's
Talk
just
to me.
like it's just like a motherfucker telling you when you watch with your own motherfucking eyes, with your own eyes, these two things in life. You watch with your own eyes, Teofimo fight Lomachenko for undisputed. When you look at the fight, go back on YouTube, watch the fight. That shit say undisputed. How the fuck he not undisputed? Number two, we all watch Devin Haney get his ass whipped. We watch Devin Haney get his ass whipped. We watch these niggas run and deal with a well-known cheater. Then all of a sudden, the bitch that found Ryan positive for Ostarine, the same day she found him positive, she resigned. How? But all these dickheads run around and say Ryan was on Ostarine. These niggas don't even know what Ostarine is. Half of these niggas wasn't even alive. My Ostarine was out. Don't niggas know Sammy Sosa got caught with Ostarine in his system in the 90s? Now my nigga light skin. Now that nigga light skin. Victor Conte fucked that man life up. Victor Conte fucked lives up, man. You heard what Sugar Shane said. That nigga Sugar Shane, that nigga was on PDs in the motherfucking first and second motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya fight. And he said, I ain't even know nothing. I put the cream on. Sugar Shane, nigga don't even know Sugar Shane a rat. Sugar Shane a rat. That nigga told on Victor Conte. Now Victor Conte told on his wife. It's case. It's public domain. It's public. Go. People can go look this shit up. You ain't no alleged on none of this shit. You can go look this shit up. Go watch the documentary. That shit there. But people lazy. They not gonna do what you're gonna do. If you're gonna come into this motherfucking YouTube space, social media space, come with correct facts. Cause a lot of people gonna run from it. But they always gonna run to the dick eaters that's on their nuts. They always gonna run to a dick eater that's on their nuts. And that's gonna you see what Bill do? Bill Haney only deal with people that agrees with him and paint a certain narrative. But at the end of the day, he won't stand here and stand for the truth. You watch Brian Norman Sr., he only go on platforms that
They say Bill Haney
turkey
smelt
put.
that powder.
Bro, all them niggas in the fucking way, man. All them niggas in the way. But you can go get old ass interviews from 3-4 years ago when these niggas not slapping other people. That's why, like, I'm gonna be real. My Mill City, my guy, but in our DMs, bro, I be grinding him up. Like, come on, bro. Like, this shit looking like a certain type of hate platform, bro. We all know that man ducked. Then Brian Norman, like, bro, you spreading false rumors. Before Boots fought standing Jonas, bro, that 1.7 million wasn't for that, nigga. They offered you 2.2 million just to sign the contract when you fought Jinsaki. They offered you the 1.7 so he won't fight Karen, nigga. They offer you 400,000 first because you never was $100,000 fighter. You never was $1 million fighter. You got your first 75,000 when you beat Santillion, nigga. And niggas ain't even believed in you. You got your first 75,000, so they offered you 400,000. You turned it down. They offered you 700,000. You turned it down. You went back. They offered you 1.2 million. That's when Brian Norman Sr. came out and told Eddie, "I need my son to walk away with $1 million." Eddie Hearn told that nigga, "He's not signed to me. That's you and Top Rank problem. Y'all got to deal with that." Then he offered him 1.7 million. And then so Boots won't fight Karen, and they turned that shit down. Then all of a sudden he ended up had to get a hand surgery. Then the Derek Cuevas fight was postponed for like a couple, like close to a year. Then after that fight, he was supposed to fight Boots. Boots already beat Karen. Now after that fight, you supposed to fight Boots. That's when Jen Psaki bitch ass come walking up and reading the letter. Then Sean Zettel interviewing this nigga. You can watch the interview. Sean Zettel interview. He said, "Well, what you think?" That's when Brian Norman Jr. said, "I want the big fights first. I want all of the big fights." The next thing you know, that Thursday, that nigga ended up fighting Jen Psaki. You're like, what the fuck? Bro, why you fighting just Aggie? Why? The next thing you know, Boots end up unifying with motherfucking because everybody wanted Boots to move up to one motherfucking 54.
But how you feel
Everybody,
about but listen, but but how you feel about them niggas saying that they like that offer and they was willing to get back to that offer after the Jen Sasaki
dumb
fight?
niggas just lying, bro. Nigga, listen, what people need to understand, you gotta understand what a negotiation is and what a contract is. A negotiation is really your team is sitting here negotiating. I can send you certain shit back, like we can be on text that people call that negotiation, but it's not. We just trying to get a number, then we will go, then we're gonna negotiate in total and full as people. Then the lawyers come in with the contract and the shit gets signed. But when you negotiate with Boots. These niggas was turning everything down. You can go back and watch this shit, bro. This shit is on there. All people got to do go back to 2023, right before Boots fought Karen in 2024. Go back and watch that shit, and you will see Boots been trying to. He was trying to fight Mario Barrios, Stanionis, and motherfucking Brian Norman. Yes, they lowball Stanionis and offer him 500,000, but they offer him 500,000 because he ain't been fighting. The last fight you had was 2022, nigga. And the only fight before after that fight, remember, Virgil was supposed to fight Stanionis 4 times and he never did. All of a sudden, he got sick. He got sick. I'm sick, and then nigga, you
So
fought
you don't
four.
believe in that sickness shit?
Fuck no, bro. 4 times, man. Fuck no, man. But you ain't sick now. You ain't sick now. The fuck out of here.
But they saying that's next.
Now that's listen. That's Boots and them won it next. Dumb niggas speaking a different tone.
Them niggas been saying they want it next.
No, his. That's what I'm saying. And why I need you to do your research, man. Because if you know who Virgil manager is and his dad, they don't want to fight. That's what I'm saying. I know you ain't paying attention. You got to stop paying attention to what these niggas on YouTube saying. Rick don't want to fight. He said it's not going to happen. That's why I call him Rick Merengue because he always dancing around the board. They want to fight. And that's why they keep saying, oh, Eddie Hearn and them lying. Well, bro, he won. He made a statement. They want you next. This is what it is. He signed his part of the version. Oscar gonna force this shit. But the manager's saying no, it's not gonna happen. January or February. It's not gonna happen. He's saying this shit, nigga.
So what
All
if it
this
happened January or February? What that mean then?
if it happened, nigga, but that's what I'm saying. You gotta do your research, homie. Do your research. You know, if the manager's saying it ain't gonna happen, what the fuck is gonna happen? The manager saying it. What the fuck you want me to do? I can't feel no type of way. I'm going by what the fuck the manager say, nigga. The manager saying it ain't happening. So if it ain't happening, you gotta believe
But
what
you
the
know
manager.
it's what Turkey say at the end of the day. It's
It
what
ain't
Turkey
Turkey.
say.
I'm saying Turkey. None of them niggas signed to Turkey. That's why y'all got fucked up. Turkey ain't none of these fighters signed to Turkey. Virgil Ortiz is what Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. Boots is
Remember what
under.
Fast Life ENT said? He said, "Facts. Go watch Robert Garcia. They really don't want no smoke. They talking in circles and shit." All right, I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go check that out for sure.
It's all the motherfuckers. Listen, man. I know what's going on. I pay attention to the manager.
You
You
gotta
feel me?
send me that video, Brody, in the DM. You gotta send me some shit.
I
I'm gonna
pay
check it
attention
out.
to the manager because the manager, he like I said, ain't no fighter ducking no fighter, bro. It's the people that's pushing you. That's why when you look at it, I'm gonna keep it real. Even with Xander Zayas, right? That nigga been pro since he was like 16, 17. I seen him his first fight on Top Rank. He just got a belt, bro. You know how long as shit ago that was? And then when he exposed Virgil, it make me look at it like, bro, like you is a 30-year-old prospect, bro. You never had a title fight.
So why is he ranked number one in the ring at 154?
This is listen. This is the point of the Muhammad Ali Act. But sometimes certain body. That's why I was earlier when I was cooking. I was. This is what I was talking about. Old media and these body sanctions. These body like this shit is fucked up. It's fucked up and it's sad, bro. It's sad. Like for instance, the IBF. How you still got Josh Kelly number 3 and 1 and 2 is vacant when he's supposed to automatically bounce to number 1 or being a mandatory? You feel me? But if a
Facts.
nigga come give you $1 million to get Julio Williams on a motherfucking number one spot, Turkey gave you the million. Now Julio Williams number one. Now who the fuck is Julio Williams?
Look at Keyshawn at number one for TFE Mobile.
And he never had a fight at 140, bro. Because remember,
And he
he
got
got
stripped of the belt.
stripped. So he can't use the WBO to force that fight. Because he got stripped. You feel me? You stripped. So if you would
And
have
that
never got
belt still vacant.
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. It's weird. Just like shout out to the Schofields because I'm watching them do Kid Austin dirty. And that's fucked up because this brother was ranked number one, number two, right behind Williams Zepeda throughout majority all of the body sanctions, right? Now
Yeah.
all of a sudden, the WBC dropped the nigga down to number 40, bro. To
Number
number
40?
40.
Nah, that's not right.
Wow. All
Hold
right.
on. Hold can't be right.
All right.
I'm gonna look that
Because
shit
you
up
know,
right now.
Ellie always in their gyms, man. Ellie always was there, bro. Well, yeah, but they situation is just like, I don't know. This should just be weird. It'd be weird.
Who you said? Who you said got him 40?
But he said deported.
No, 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 no. Who you said got him ranked 40?
They said on WBC. The father just was on there talking about it earlier. He said, I don't know how he was ranked all the way up here. Now we down here at number 40.
Nah,
I,
word. He not even in the top 15. That's
I was
crazy.
like, he not in there?
Let me it goes Shakur Stevenson the champ, number one Andy Cruz, two Ricardo Nunez, three Williams Zepeda, four Javier Herrera, five
He,
Maxi Hughes, six Dimitri Asunawa, some shit like that, seven Rayo, eight Shu Utsuki, nine Baranchik, 10 Cordina, 11 Justin Paldo, 12 Lucas Body, 13 Armando Robbie, 14 Allen Abel Chavez, and 15 Albert Bell. Who the
all
fuck?
right, so Albert Bell all the way up to before Joe Cardina, the nigga Joe Dina, whatever his name is. They should be ranked higher than him. And Floyd Schofield should still be number one because he just was up there, right? It was Williams that paid it than him. But I get it since he dropped the fumble the bag supposedly over there with the Riyadh shit. Dang, yo, that's crazy. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, yo. That's fucked up. I told you, man. Like I don't know, man. We gotta protect this Ali Act, man. We got to. We got to, man. But yeah, good luck at Fast Life. I'm gonna go check that joint out. I'm gonna go check that Robert Garcia breakdown out. Cause you know they always biased, you know. He even said Lima gonna knock Boots out and the shit went the other way. Um when people go look at all of the rankings from the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, Lima ranked all in the top 10. From 8, 7, 5, 6, he ranked all up in that motherfucker. And that's what blew my mind. Is like, yo, since when a ranked fighter, it's a tune-up. But we understand you niggas ducking. Know what I mean? But hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. I ain't never seen a motherfucker that lost the bow with Chuck be something crazy. That's crazy. Hey, Fast Life, we even heard motherfucking Boots call everybody out. That's how you know, like, and you know what's so crazy, Fast Life? Watch all of these people run with that shit. Watch all of these people run with this shit. Cause I just watched Virgil do an interview. YSM West Coast and shit. Brother out there, shout out the mill and YSM Sports Media. They did an interview with Virgil and shit, and he just was trying to mention he was saying some dumbass shit. I don't know what the fuck Virgil was saying. Virgil, like, you know how when they was interviewing Kane and Old Dog, when they told Old Dog, you know he done fucked up, right? Virgil got caught. I don't know what the fuck Virgil was talking about. Real rap. I don't know what the fuck Virgil was talking about. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
So
He
Virgil capping basically.
Virgil full of shit. I'm telling you, bro. Just we all just watch Boots call the nigga out. Now how y'all saying Boots ain't calling him out now? That's crazy. I ain't never hear no dumb shit like this. We literally just watched that nigga knock that man out in the first round and called you out. You know who I was next, Virgil. What's up? He's calling you out. He's on interviews calling you out. Now y'all seeing he not calling you out? Come on, bro.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. He is calling them out. He ain't send no tweet out or nothing that I seen.
You feel me? Now watch him. Watch the narrative. That you see what Fast Life just showed us from the ES video. Watch that narrative go out there, and they're gonna say, watch. Yeah, they on turkey time with that turkey money. They on turkey time with that money, man. That's why I said. That's why I said they making this shit too WWE-ish, man. They making this shit too WWE-ish, man. And just watching it like this, if they touch the Muhammad Ali act, boxing gonna be fucked up. Dana White, Turkey, they're gonna rape all of the fighters. You feel me? Cause it's fucked up what they did to Floyd Schofield, bro. That's fucked up what they did to Schofield. Real rap, yo. He don't deserve that, man. That nigga should still be ranked number 2, at least.
A nigga ranked 40. That's crazy.
Crazy. Man, we all hey, fast. We all know motherfucker Boots called that nigga out. I don't know how they saying it was Eddie. We all know Boots called that nigga out. Them niggas from Cap Street, man. Them niggas Virgil Cap Joe, aka Cap Joe. Real rap. That nigga Cap Joe. That nigga Cap Joe. Lying ass motherfucker. Bro, this shit crazy, man. Niggas scared, man. They scared. Scared. But I got him beating Lubin, though. I got him beating Lubin. But Lubin can drop him. Lubin can knock him
Lubin
out.
nice. Lubin nice.
Like, that's why I say,
You
right?
see, Charlo was talking shit about Boots too. Now that's a good fight. Don't
No,
even
no,
front.
no. That's what I'm saying. I was talking about that earlier, earlier, John. Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. About Charlo and shit. Charlo was giving Boots his respect. Charlo gave because he was PBC bound with these niggas. You feel me? He was over there. So, but he just was under Cameron Duncan. But at the end of the day, Charlo was giving him his flowers. Like, yeah, that nigga's a nice fighter, But me and him will be a great fucking fight. If it ain't me and him, it's me and Charlo. And that's the fact. People forcing Bachram on people because Bachram beat Tim Zoo. Bachram probably be another Virgil. Bachram probably be like another Madrimov or another fucking what's his nigga name? Bowichuck. Cause Tim Zoo ass. I'm saying people that. Know what I mean? But when I watch him a little bit, I'm gonna keep it tall. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a live nigga. Bachram is like a 154 Karen Chuckazine. His footwork nice. He got some nice ass footwork. His punch rate nice. He stayed behind that jab.
Nah, I don't see them as the same fighter. I don't see them identical.
You better watch him. You never watch Karen, right?
Nah,
You that's what you never.
I have. After the Boots fight though. After the Boots
You
fight.
never watch Karen. All right.
Before. Never before. Never
You
before.
know
I
that
ain't gonna
nigga.
lie.
That
Karen
nigga
got
nice.
nice footwork. I said
Karen,
Karen got nice footwork.
know what I'm saying? When you watch Bachram, go watch his old fights. Even though they was top names over there in his country and names we probably don't know, but they probably was ranked number. He fought a fighter that was ranked number 100. No, Tim Zoo was already champ, email champ. But a nigga that was ranked number 100, a nigga that was ranked number 68. He got a top 25 ranking on his joint, and if I'm not mistaken, the top 15 joint too. But make a long story short, and short story long, he all right, bro. He all right. But we just ain't seen him in there with a certain type of competition. You dig me? And certain fighters is still out there. You know, I love to see, you know, Because Charles Conwell's still out there. Now, I mean, I love to see Charles Conwell in boxing get it on. You know, or I love to see a Brandon Adams in boxing get it on. Because Brandon Adams beat Boachuk 2 times. So give that man his flowers and give him a title shot. Brandon deserves one. Give Brandon that boxing fight. You feel me? Give him that boxing fight. Don't hold it hostage. And like I always say, Tellez and Lubin fuck Boots opportunities up of coming straight to 154 getting a title shot. People always got to be mindful. Lubin was in purse bid 3 times, and they started an early purse bid. When that early purse bid happened August 16th, I knew Turkey was behind that shit. Because they ain't wanted Boots to get the fight. Then all of a sudden, Tellez and Boots was supposed to happen because Boots is the WBA super champ. Tellez, you're the intern.
I
Bud
even seen
still
something about him fighting Josh Kelly too.
yeah, that's what I thought. I heard that shit was signed. I heard that was
That's what
signed.
that's what I thought. I thought that was gonna be the first fight at 54.
No, but no, these people, man. No. But like I always tell people, when Eddie Hearn came over here, yo, they blackballed that man, yo. But people won't know till they go do that shit. Because I remember when DAZN had gave him that $1 billion, he came over here, signed Canelo, Boo Boo, Andre, all them niggas. They wasn't trying to give him none of the big fights. So all he can do is like, fuck it, let's go on a European tour. And Canelo went on that Europe. That's when he got the Leon Welshes, the John Ryders, even Bivol. Nobody ain't know who the fuck Bivol was. Let's keep it real. Nobody ain't know who Bivol was. It's a Canelo party.
Hey,
And,
listen to this. Hey, listen to this. This shit funny as fuck. The boxing voice posted. He said, "Will you buy the Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde pay per view for $60?" 52% of the people said no. They gonna fire stick it. That's turkey shit too, though. Remember that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because Bakram ain't the boogeyman. That's why I keep. Because he beat Tim Zoo, bro. I was like, how you win one fight, you the boogeyman? We don't even know you, nigga. You know what I mean? How you the boogeyman out of all one fight? That should be crazy.
Bakram gotta pick his next fight smart though, because he gonna get exposed.
Yeah, he is. I seen them in certain fights. He had, went the distance with certain people, you know, and that's why I pay attention to that. Yo,
For real.
you can't blame that shit on Ramadan, bro. Like the first 7 days, yeah. But once you got 10, 15 days in, you can't blame Ramadan, bro. You like your stomach is cool. Your stomach is cool. You can't blame Ramadan. Now, I mean, it's like us. You know how we trapping in the street. You know how we go from being fat in the crib and we start getting money. You know, first couple days a week, we wake up starving. Then after that, we ain't nigga. I want that money. Or not like you pop pills. I'm popping my perks, popping my erky. Nigga, I'm not worried about that. Like man, Bakram a bitch playing around with man. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala smack the shit out of Bakram for lying like that. Fuck wrong with Bakram? You feel me? Like that shit real, bro. That shit be real. But that's sometimes I be hating excuses from fighters too, though, man. Sometimes it's just like Shakur. Shakur, you can't say you knocking niggas out and you don't knock niggas out. Feel me? That's what fucks your situation up. When you be like, I'ma knock a nigga out. Remember, I'ma knock Archim out. Bro, how? Your hands fucked up. Just leave it alone. That's not you.
Frank Martin got it done.
You feel me? But see, I like Shakur. When I watch a Shakur fight, I'm looking to watch a boxing clinic. I'm not looking to watch you knock a nigga out, because I know you don't knock niggas out. I know you good for a boxing clinic, but don't run through a boxing clinic. Perform well. When we watch Tank, a lot of us watch Tank to knock niggas out. But when he go the distance, we be like, oh, he lost. We be like, that nigga lost.
He took
Like,
a
how?
knee. He took a
Sometimes you go.
knee.
Sometimes a nigga gonna go the distance with you. You got to get those rounds in. And it's like for a lot of new fighters, if you got knockout power and it's 4 round fights, get 2, 3 rounds in before you go for the kill. It's always best to get your rounds in because you don't want to be like Edgar Berlanga, 17-0 with 16 knockouts, and then when you fight a Quigley, you go 12 rounds. You go 12 rounds with a nigga named Quigley. I will whoop Quigley ass. I will beat the dog shit out of Quigley. Picture me going 12 rounds with a nigga named Quigley. Come the fuck on, man. And the nigga can't take no body shots. And you dropping this nigga all this time and can't get him out of here? Come on, man. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Quigley, so I forgot somebody put Edgar Berlanga there. Nigga, I remember the DVD nigga knocked Edgar Berlanga out. Yeah, facts. I remember the DVD nigga knocked Edgar Berlanga out. You feel me? Why? Because he keep his chin exposed a lot of time. And I learned that from a lot of fighters. It's like, shout out to Showbiz. Because Showbiz exposed what I always said about Devin. But you wasn't supposed to do that. And the reason I say that, because now, when Devin watch it, he's going to keep that hand up now. You feel me? And then Brian Norman probably was banking on that. But he's still going to catch him. Yeah, facts. Hey, facts. It's the same thing I said. You better learn from Floyd, man. You better learn from Floyd. That nigga better learn from Floyd. But one thing we know fast is every Floyd fight, that nigga ran to the hospital. We seen that nigga in the ambulance. We never seen Shakur in the ambulance. That's why sometimes they be like, yo, is that shit really fake? Because I'm going to keep it real. If Shakur was to listen to his grandpa, he can score a knockout. He can get a couple knockouts. I believe that. I believe. You know, I believe he got more power than Dev, but Dev always show it. And I believe Dev got power. He just got to keep his feet grounded. Because every time he throw his hook or any power shot, his feet levitates off the floor. Like that shit is not on the floor. And he lift his feet up. You know what I mean? Like when you watching him hit the heavy bag, you see it. You like, bro, keep your feet down. You gotta have that shit planted, have it grounded. Like if the way you throwing it, it look right. Yeah, facts. Bow and arrow. Damn, that's facts. No, I don't know, man. These boys. Well, hopefully, next year, start next year, top of the year, we get these good fights. Um, I'm gonna always say it, man. If it ain't Canelo, Boots, Charlo, it's the only 2 fights for Bud Crawford that makes sense. That makes big money. I'm tired of people saying it's not a pay-per-view fight. We got to be mindful. Bud Crawford not a pay-per-view star. We got to blame Top Rank for that. Eddie Hearn is under the zone, so how can he turn somebody to a fucking pay-per-view star if he's already got shares under a streaming platform, but that still do numbers? You feel me? Um, but will it be a big fight for boxing? Fuck yeah. Uh, sometimes you're gonna do certain gates. You're gonna do certain grosses. You're gonna do for certain fights. You know, see, this is what we gotta stop because this is why it makes boxing look racist, right? Peep game, Bud fight, peep game, yo. Bud fight Spence, right? 30 million, right? He fight Canelo, 50 million, right? See the difference? But how they paint it is, oh, well, you fight your own kind, you do this, but blacks, Puerto Ricans, Asians, you fight Mexicans, you're gonna get the biggest payday of your life. That's how it's looking. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we can stop that because we are the consumers. We pay for this shit. Nigga, we pay for Wi-Fi. Nigga, we pay for our fucking internet. Nigga, we don't want to pay for these motherfucking apps. We the ones that's working paying for this shit. So how the fuck they gonna tell us what a fight gonna generate in gross if we're the consumers? How the fuck they gonna tell us something like that? You feel me? That's what I don't be understanding with these people. I'm like, bro, we're the consumers. How you gonna tell us something different? You know? And it's just crazy how I'm watching people create like hey Fast, how they trying to, yo, Boots versus Lima, that shit was packed, bro. That shit, I don't know what the fuck people talking about. That shit was packed. I don't know what the senior talking about. Listen, I'm gonna grab footage for my son. I haven't posted up because I got footage. No, I can't go nowhere. I'm on house arrest. You feel me? But we got footage from there. My son went there. My family was there. They all on the floor. You dig me? Shout out my cousin Tamara Smalls, becoming the intercontinental champion at the time. Interim. Well, worldwide champion and shit. You know, shout out the Boots for getting his victory. Shout out to Dennis Thomas getting his victory. Thompson getting his victory. But at the end of the day, that event was crowded, bro. That shit was crowded. Zay, what up, Zay? What up, my guy? That event was crowded. It was over like 15,000 in that joint. You know, it wasn't like the Karen Chuckazine or the Dave Avinesia joint 18, 19,000 to capacity, but it was like 15 and some change, and that's still good. What my niggas say? That's still good. You eat the box, it's still good. Nah, man, that shit's still good. I mean, you gotta keep it real. That's good numbers. Like if Tio and Shakur fight, and I support it. And if they pay per view $80 and they do a 50K to 150K in they first pay per view buys, to me that's cool because we know they should have been pay per view fucking stars, but for their first pay per view, they doing from a 50,000 to a fucking 100K buys. That's cool. Even if you do 25K buys, I'm cool with that. But one thing they need to learn is corner the black market. People going to stream it on a Fire Stick. So what you do is, oh, all right, who's running this Fire Stick? This is what we're going to do. We're going to bank all streams off this Fire Stick. We're going to, you discuss your business. 70-30, you feel me? 75-25. You can do an 80-20 situation, or you can do a motherfucking 65 a 65-35 situation. It all depends how you do it. But all right. Yeah, Fandora fucked up the weekend, man. But I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I think? I think they pushed it back because Danny fight was this week. That's what I'm thinking. PBC loved Danny. Al Heyman loved Danny. So that's what I peak game. They felt back. Danny gonna take over this joint, and then they're gonna open the top of the year with those guys. But I always thought, me personally, when the fight dropped, I said, damn, Oshaki and Fulton should have been moved up to what you call it, to main event. They should have moved up the main event, and Frank Martin could have been co-main. They could have did that. You feel me? And that shit would have been a banger. But the card that they giving us in what's that, December? That shit litty. That shit lit. All bangers, you know what I mean? But it's looking like a Riyadh card, you feel me? Like a PBC Riyadh card. No, that'd be fire though. Cause I do want it. I did want a Turkey to meet Al Heyman first. Cause if he would have met Al Heyman, he would have learned the pay per view game, and then the money that he's really distributing, he would have knew how to distribute it well, and knew what fighters to really fuck with. That's what I always said. You feel me? But to each his own, man. No, I don't got no problem with fighters. I just sometimes it's just the dumb decisions that people in the background make for them. You know, because ain't no fighter a duck. It's just you Virgil ain't ducking boots. We just watching his team, his manager Rick, his father. They are on that shit. Golden Boy and them trying to get the money, the bag, and secure the fight is them niggas on turkey time. You know, like when I be mentioning Bud, it's just when you deal with certain people so long, your business habits because like their business habits become your business habits. So when you go do business, you end up like these niggas. Like you don't really know how to move and do like you ain't doing bad business. Is that you just making certain business mistakes, But scoring the Canelo fight, got you to higher levels to get you the bag that you wanted, Um, people looking at the accolades, but I can understand in his eyes, like we all know he should have been there. He should have been there years ago. It's great to see him do it now, but it's still fucked up because you only got a certain amount of fights to get. I'm getting teary eyed because it's fucked up when somebody do a nigga dirty. Um, You only got 2, 3 fights left. So let's say, or you got the Canelo fight first time. So is either you gonna do a Canelo rematch, Boots, or Charlo. So it's your last. You only got 2 more fights left, then you retire. Uh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck yeah, he's worth that 10 million. Cause he's a $10 million fighter. That's what people need to see. That's one thing about PBC. These fighters were $10 million fighters. You feel me? That's what they were automatically making. Charlo, all them niggas, damn, them niggas was automatically making 10, 20 million a fight. That's why they don't talk about their money. When you look at their shit, you understand, like, damn, that's why I always say PBC pays the bag. Because they don't pay the fighter, they pay the brand. Your brand eat, not the fighter. So learn what Bud said about Al Heyman and bag money. These brothers make 10, 15, 20 million, $25 million just off back money. Every PBC fighter. That's why why you think David Benavidez go, like, listen, Al Heyman's still over here with me. They take care of their fighters. They take care of them. They take care of their fighters. You know, but that's a good number. That's a great number. Because that fight gonna generate, all right, let's keep it real. 10, that fight gonna generate probably like 50 million. You know, if I say any minimum, probably like 30, 35. But the fight going to generate something great. It's a good fight, especially for boxing, especially coming to Philly. What? Texas Philly connection is crazy. It's crazy. Unless you put that at Vegas, MGM, or the Spare. You feel me? It's worth it. It's worth it. Or not that joint right there. I'll put that bitch in the Eagle Stadium. Who's the A side? We got to remember, Charlo's he's still a champion recess, you know, and we got to keep it tall. Charlo is gonna have to be Charlo. The reason I'm gonna say that, because if I'm not mistaken, don't he's still lineal champion, right? He still got the ring, right? Because remember, he undisputed champion. Because everybody at 154 email champions except for Bakram. Because remember, they stripped Charlo for the IBF, gave it to Timzu. And Timzu was happy as shit for 5 minutes, and Bakram knocked his dumb ass out. And I kept telling y'all he never was the boogeyman. And since Bakram knocked him out, now all of a sudden Bakram the boogeyman. It's like I don't know what the fuck going on. Know what I mean? No, but yeah, that fight, Charlo Boots, Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagle Stadium. What? 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 Real right. This is what I do, right? I promise y'all, this is what I do. On a Boots Virgil card, I have Boots Virgil. Then I move. I had Charlo go to 160, fight Carlos Adames, right? And the winner out of that, when Boots beat Virgil, Charlo beat Adames, they fight at 160, get a title, right? For the title, right? Because Charlo gonna be a new champion at 160 for the title, right? At the Lincoln Financial Field. And the winner in that fight, and the winner of that fight, they get the winner out of Bud and Canelo. Because we already know how the outcome gonna be. So it'd be the Crawford fight. So if Crawford do come to 160, at least he fighting one of the guys that we really want to see him fight. It's either Charlo or Boots. And you got Virgil there. You could keep Fundora there, but he's not coming back down to 154. But Fundora tall as shit. He can go up. But you know, Keith Thurman's still lingering and shit. But there's fights there. You know? It's just like, I'm gonna keep it real. 154 is the old PBC 147. You feel me, Fast Life? That'll make sense. That'll make sense. But yeah, 154 right now is like how PBC 147 card used to be. The roster stacked. And that's what they doing now, man. That fight would be fired. That fight would be fired. I'll do it just like that. I know he ain't gonna fight Boots. He ain't gonna never give Boots that chance and opportunity. But what people need to remember is, what people don't understand is, they had the same manager. Cameron Duncan was their manager. So if you think Cameron Duncan was Timothy Bradley's manager, and he sent Tim Bradley to Bud, and Bud whipped Tim ass, All of these motherfuckers know about each other. They, Karen Duncan was the man behind all of these greats. Rest in peace, Karen. He was the blueprint to certain managers and advisors that have top fighters. And it was him. This guy had the best fighters in the fucking world. Don't believe me? Look at him. Bud 3 times. Undisputed, nigga. Y'all don't give Tank his flowers when he unified a couple times, man. People don't give him his motherfucking flowers. Shout out to Timothy Bradley. Now, man, I can name a lot of fighters, bro. I can name a lot of great, good fighters, bro. Ask Brian Norman. Cameron Duncan had Brian Norman. That's why we seen Brian Norman with the Tank situation, got his fame. And we seen Brian Norman with the Bud situation, got his fame. Then Cameron Duncan was like, "Oh, you did that to them? Well, I really got to see if you that dude. I'm sending you up to Philly. Come to Philly, got his ass whipped by Boots. Ask the Normans the tour they went on. They went to see Tank. Karen sent them to Tank. They did what they did over there. Karen sent them to Bud. He did what he did to Bud. And I heard he took a knee, whatever. But he made Bud go down. And then all of a sudden, he came to Philly all happy. Yeah, I dropped that nigga. And you end up going on your knees. You understand me? Forward. Dig me? Then after that, what you seen? You seen Pacheco, right? Mopping the floor with fucking Brian Norman. You know what I mean? But nobody talk about that. And that's one thing I learned. When top ranked 2 brightest prospects got exposed, they fights end up no contests. Remember, now Mary Albright exposed Keyshawn. That fight, no contest. The guy, Pacheco Figueroa, right, exposed Brian Norman Jr., dropped that nigga in the first round, second round, third round, 3-round fight. It only won. No contest. Only just stating facts, man. That should be crazy. That should be crazy. No, I just, but like I said, man, his last 2 fights, he got to go out with a bang. A lot of people say, "Oh, it'll be cherry picking if the niggas in 160 all fight each other and he just come down there and do." Listen, a nigga not gonna turn down that bad. And a fast life, that's the fact. And the way he said it, the way when they asked him, "Would you?" No, the way he said it, showed me like, bro, why are you scared of this young guy? Because this the only fight that makes sense for you. Why are you scared of him? This the only fight that makes sense. And that's why I'm telling people, shout out my guy NY Santos. NY, I tell you, bro, this nigga been ducking Boots since 2019, 2020. Boots been the nigga mandatory. It was like 3.5 years. Then he went the IBF route. And that's what got me mad when people say, "Oh, Boots ain't never fought a champion." Bro, Sergey Limpinus was the fucking IBF champion. Remember Mikey Garcia beat Mikey for the title. He was an IBF champion. So when Boots went the IBF route, his first fight, I think it was his second, third fight, he fought a former IBF champion, which was Sergey Lipinis. And the only person to knock him out. Boots the only fighter to knock. Mikey Garcia couldn't do it. Nobody couldn't do it. Boots did it. You feel me? Then he fought Karen. Karen was ranked number 5 in the IBF, while Spence was the champion. Karen was ranked number 5. Boots was ranked number 3. Rashidi Ellis was ranked number 2. Roman Villa was ranked number 8. Roman Villa beat Rashidi Ellis. Boots shutted Karen out first fight. But it was the battle of the footwork. Karen feet was great. The next thing you know, Boots shut him out. End up fighting Roman Villa for the eliminator. Did what he did to the Villa. And he couldn't do much because remember Spence was running around unifying. Bud was chilling. So when that situation happened 2023, Boots the mandatory. Now the winner of that fight, after the rematch, Boots supposed to fight. Did he get those fights? Soon Bud became undisputed. He found that, oh, this nigga my mandatory again. I'm dropping these belts. Fart Madrimov, a guy none of us know. Now, mind y'all, I'm gonna try to be mindful. At that time, Charlo was undisputed at 154, right? Who was Charlo mandatory? Tim Tszyu. Nope. Remember, we never heard of Bakram. Well, Bakram was there, but we never heard of him. Bakram was always there with PBC, but we never heard of him. Right? Then we got, did you ever hear of Madrimov? Fuck no, we never heard of Madrimov at all. At all. 2023, at all. We only found out about Madrimov when Bud fought that nigga. And they forced us to believe that this man had 300 motherfucking fights. And you can go on BoxRec right now, there's no 300 fights. And people gonna look up the pro-ams, the Pan Am, and you look at this shit, it ain't 300. He never had 300 amateur fights, bro. Everything they said to us was a lie. So you duck boots to fight a nigga that nobody knows. And y'all brought his way into ranking. But at least Lima is a ranked fighter in the WBA, WBO, IBF, WBC, and the nigga's the IBO champion. IBO and WBO hold the same ranking. But I'm keeping it tall. The nigga fought a fucking ranked fighter, and y'all say the dumbest shit out y'all mouth. That's why when I hear journalists say some stupid shit out their mouth, I can't watch them no more. I'm big on that. I can't watch them no more. Why? Because bro, you sitting here telling lies. You a journalist, bro. You're critiquing sports. You're critiquing something that people can go really look up and look at this shit for themselves. And once they look at it, how you think they're gonna feel? Well, you're a fucking liar. So why should I watch a liar? Why should I take anything from a liar who create narratives? Yeah. And it's the same thing with Virgil. That's real shit, fast. Like, I don't know how people be putting these people on these pedestals. And that's the crazy thing about Virgil, right? Boachuk, Madrimov, his sparring partners. Remember, he sparred these niggas. Boachuk dropped him 2 times. Boachuk won that fight. But Boachuk ass, you know? And then when you mention people, but like, well, Virgil fought the best fight. Who he fought? How he fought the best fights if he never fought for a championship? You feel me? How he fought the better opponents when Boots fought a champion? Fought 2 champions, bro. Sergey Limpinis and Stan Ionis. 2 champions at 147. Come to 154, fought a champion, an IBO champion. But y'all don't call that. He fought a nigga that's ranked number 8. He went from number 10 to number 8. A nigga that's ranked number 8. Hey, D1, what up? A nigga that's ranked number 8. He's ranked number 8 in the IBO champion. Since when? You can ask any fighter in the world. Since when it's been cool not to fight a ranked fighter, bro? This is what they do their whole lives. You know how, bro, do you know where them rankings start at? And to work your way to that top, then when the person get there, you call him a duck, but he's a champion. He's something Virgil never been. And if I was Virgil, I'd look at my promotional company like, hold the fuck up. Yo, these niggas on here telling the truth. That nigga Facts telling the truth, bro. I've been signing y'all for how long? I've been in 3 weight classes, and I still never fought for a title. But this is how Oscar and I'm gonna come. Well, we offered you standing on this, and you fucked the bag up. Well, bro, y'all told me to play like I'm sick. Then I go up here to move up here to think I'm gonna get this, and I don't get it. Then y'all got me up here acting like I'm Cap Joe. Because remember, oh, Boots ducked me. Then, oh, hey, he gonna fight Xander. The next thing you know, the nigga end up fighting Madrimov. I'll be like, bro. And I kept telling people, yo, this is how Golden Boy and Top Rank promote their fighters. They use Boots' name, Tank name to promote their fighters. Yeah. That's real shit. Hey, D1, that's real shit, man. You know, it's real shit what you just said, and that's the key thing, man. Like I always tell people, man, it's never the fighter, man. It's never the fighter. It's your handlers. Like what the fuck? If you in the CIA, nigga, it's your handlers. You know, and then but you got some Don Kings out there, you know, that just want to exploit fighters for money, like you know, that's what they trying to say with Dana White trying to do with this Muhammad Ali act. But you got some like we seen it with Oscar. We seen Oscar do it to Canelo when he fought Floyd. 2 green inside. We seen that, and that's what Virgil probably looking at. Now that I'm thinking of it, that's what Virgil probably looking at. Like damn, this nigga probably trying to sell me out like he did Canelo. But that's one thing I learned though. Ain't no fighter scared to fight no fighter, y'all. So never say another fighter is ducking another fighter because it's not the fighter. It's the management or it's the promotion. It's always done. And it's always done trying to get the bigger bag. You know, but like I say, man, the way Virgil name ringing, Oscar should have had him a pay-per-view star. I'm only saying what's right. Feel me? Even Boots, you know. I and then that's the key thing I said with the TKO situation by Turkey giving the young fighters that's coming out the opportunities to really get paid because you could be a fighter, but you gotta have a job, bro. Because like this is not you're not signed to no big promotional company unless you start your own promotional company and really take it as a true job and trying to do 4, 5, 6 fights throughout a year, but you're gonna damage yourself. But you got to make sure you take certain fights. You dig me? And it really be hard doing that because you got to get the faloosh, you got to get the money, you got to have a job, you know. But yes, I respect what Turkey and I'm doing, but it's just like trying to touch that Muhammad Ali act. Nah, man, just let these fighters eat, man. You know, deal with the fighter as a brand, you know, so the fighter can make more money. And I don't know, it's just, you know, hopefully these fighters, these up and coming fighters, you know, and these fighters that a lot of people don't even know of, you know, because that's what I do. I shine light on those fighters, you know. And I always tell people, ain't no fighter a tune-up. Shit, ain't no fighter a tune-up. If a fighter a tune-up, that mean they paying me to go in there and fight somebody. I'm the tune-up. You know what I mean? But when you got a motherfucking fighter that's in there, I don't care if you got one win and 13 losses. Nigga, you might get in that ring and beat that champion that night. I mean, remember, people said the same shit about motherfucking Buster Douglas was a tune-up and he ended up champion, right? Real shit. Real shit. Um, we seen it with Barroso. Remember Barroso? Everybody thought he was an old ass tune-up. Ishmael Barroso, and we watched them rob. They robbed him in that Rolly fight. You feel me? They robbed him in that Rolly fight. But he come back and it was Montana Love or somebody. He did that shit too. Fucked up the opportunities. You feel me? But yeah, man, I respect that for him taking care of up and coming fighters. You know, I definitely respect that, man. And you know, it's definitely gonna keep boxing lit. You know, we just gotta make sure these judges do right. That's the key thing. These judges, these corrupt ass judges and refs, you know, no early stoppages, nothing. Cause right, like I'm gonna be real, bro. The last 2 years I've been watching these fights. I've been watching these refs. I'm like, yo, imagine somebody trying to pull the rope a dope in this generation. You know how fast they gonna stop that motherfucking fight? You can't even pull the rope a dope in this generation. You know how fast they gonna stop this fight, bro? Should be crazy, man. It'd be crazy. I'm banging that shit to get the 15%. Fuck that. But yeah, man, that should be crazy, y'all. But hey D1, man, you know, next time, you know, hit me up on Instagram at my John Louis 13 on the DM. We can set up do an interview and shit. I know you if you're up and coming fighter, the, we interview you, man. Me and my guy NY and interview you. Then I have my guy Low Nose Boxing come in, hop in, interview. You know, uh, we all throughout the gyms. If I wasn't on this shit, I'd be in the gym right now. And certain people that be on the tube, y'all see behind me. You know what I mean? Know that we all mingle with each other. But yeah, besides that, man, like I said, once I get off this shit, it's gonna be great interviews. We're gonna be in these gyms. We're gonna be at these fights. You're gonna see me stand on everything I stand on. And I'm gonna ask these people real questions. I'm not gonna ask them the same bullshit questions these people always ask them all the time about a certain person. I'm gonna ask them the deep, 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 deep questions and how they feel about their career not being pay-per-view stars from a certain entity. I mean, I'm gonna attack that shit real rap, bro. And get us to learn about the business of boxing. You feel me? How how negotiations work, contracts work. Because a negotiation probably was never talked about. These niggas probably never negotiated, and people saying people ducking. It's like you calling a nigga a rat because he took an open plea. I never heard of no shit like that. Because a nigga took an open plea, he a rat. He ain't no statement. He ain't telling nobody. Nobody ain't go to jail. He just took a deal on probation, and he a rat. I never heard of this shit, bro. This shit crazy, man. Niggas told on me. I know what a statement is. Niggas gave statements on me and all that. I watch a nigga tell on me, come to court, and his state rails pointing at me, all that shit. You feel me? I'm on this shit because an informant. I know what an informant is. But the reason I know who the informant is, because there was only one motherfucker that hit me up. You feel me? One motherfucker that called me with my rappy. When they did the Rico, they put me in the room. They grabbed my phone. They showing me my texts on my phone. You feel me? And they telling me, yeah, but if you tell on anybody, they give you I'll give you a $25,000 bill when you go home today. I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I locked up for? You watch the video. I'm looking, they got my phone. The same phone I'm talking to y'all on when I got locked up. I just came home and changed the number because I wasn't doing nothing. The fuck is y'all locking me up for? All right, whatever you found, but what you locking me up for? I never sold drugs to y'all. Y'all don't got my phone. Y'all don't do nothing. So how the fuck is y'all locking me up? Running in this crib. Got a warrant for this house. How you got a warrant for me and my Porsche? How? How you got a warrant for this house? And I don't even live here. This not even my ad. How? Y'all running there. Whatever you find, you find. But how? I beat the case and they reopened it and some wicked shit happened. They threw the drugs back out. They threw the quarter key back out. The coke back out. The weed back out. But you made me, y'all forced me to take a deal on the AR. You dig me? And I took a deal. Y'all forced me to take a deal. Because I'm locked up. Then all of a sudden, I see the nigga that get me locked up. Then we both going in there getting our bell here. And I'm like, bro, like, how the fuck? And I'm telling him, I'm like, bro, did they run in your house? Why they run into my house, bro? I don't know these people. You feel me? Like, bro, I think my cutty set us up. Bro, why you saying us? Like, they your customers, nigga. They call you. Why? Vito, this is what I'm trying to understand is, did these people run in your house, bro? That's all I'm asking you. Because this shit don't look right. Because they call you, nigga. They don't call me. They call you. They know you. They call you. Whatever you deal with these people, you deal with these people. You just end up putting them on me. And I come out the house now, I'm getting locked the fuck up. Then all of a sudden, we go to court. I go see my lawyer. So my lawyer leaving, he said, yeah, you know how you go to the courts and shit in Philly and shit, you go to the courts, CJC. So I'm down there, my bail higher shit, 300,000. This nigga bail 25,000 R on R. The same bail the fucking state troopers told me they'd give me. If you tell on anybody, we're gonna give you R&R $25,000 bill. I said, bro, bro, I'm sitting here for some dumb shit. I'm locked the fuck up. I ain't telling nobody. I got a $300,000 bill. This nigga got R&R and everything. And I'm looking at him like, bro, did you telling me, bro? Mind you, we get to court. Now, mind you, I said, I see my lawyer, we get to court. He said, yeah, the state troopers, all of these people here, nigga. I'm in Philadelphia. How the fuck I get locked up by some state troopers? A state Rico case because of this nigga. He was the informant the whole time. But P game. He go up. So I see him. I bang on the sheriff. That's my rap. Yeah, I got caught. I'm going up. You see, I'm talking to my lawyer. Sheriff never came and got me. They postponed my shit to a Friday. Never went back to court. I went to court third time, they threw it out. My lawyer said, yo, the feds can snatch it or they can reopen your case. Oh, I'm home. I ain't worried about this shit. I'm home. Bro, they got 30 days, 30 business days to reopen your case. They reopened my shit 37 business days later. Got the conviction. The informant nigga, which the nigga I thought was cool. Because when you get an informant on your case, you ain't gonna never get the name. It's gonna be your court. It's gonna be your court case, which is your court docket sheet, and it's gonna be slash, and it's gonna be his registration number, the CI registration number, confidential informant registration number. You ain't gonna never get the name. I don't give a fuck. You go to federal court, state court, the county Jones, Supreme Court. They can never give you the informant's name. Why? Because it's confidential. Why? Because we can hurt his family. This is what I get out of my lawyer and everything, bro. This is fact, bro. That's why when I watch that Bimmy shit, I'm like, oh my God, how the fuck y'all know this nigga informant, bro? They can't tell you. There's no paperwork that's gonna state and tell you who's a confidential informant. Cause they get paid by these niggas. They work for them. Young boy right now, his girl got a car and everything, bro. I'm sitting on this shit. You know what I mean? Went in the joint, find a quarter kilo of fucking fentanyl, some motherfucking coke, weed, the AR. And they'll throw all the drugs out, just find me guilty on the AR. Y'all forced me to take a deal. Y'all ain't find me guilty, y'all forced me. But how I'm looking at, I gave my lawyer 11 grand for 11,500. I'm like, bro, it's not even my house. I can beat this shit on an emotion to suppress. If y'all got a search warrant, bro, this is an apartment complex. Why y'all never ran in? And on top of that, y'all don't even know what house my people stay in. It's their house. They don't sell drugs and none of that shit. They are allowed to have the gun. So if you throw the drugs out the gun, that person is allowed to have the gun. Constitutional law, nigga. You got the right to bear arms. It's a rifle, nigga. Serial number on here. The gun is clean. It's in a rifle case. Come on. Everything correct how it's supposed to be. But y'all do me dirty. Oh, you're a criminal. You're all kind of can't. Bro, I've been off papers for 3.5 years. I just got off December 6th of 2020. Bitch, I've been on this bitch since 2003. January of 2003 all the way to December 6th of 2020. Nigga, that's 17 years of my fucking life. Going on 18 years I gave y'all niggas. Then I've been a free man for 3.5 years. Then y'all put the stupid ass case on me. Come on, man. And crazy, I beat the case. It's the fucked up thing. I beat it, bro. I was a free man, nigga. But yeah, y'all, yeah. I'm from North. I'm from up here. I'm from North, man. You know, Badlands and shit. You know, people call Kidderton now. I don't know why. Kidderton is just a fucking avenue. It's beautiful from the Badlands, you feel me? That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. But they did nigga dirty, man. I was mad as shit. Like, you motherfuckers, yo. And then the crazy thing about him is, like, soon I got found guilty, he come home. You know, I'm gonna keep it. They had cops around his girl crib and all that shit. He come home, so when I see the nigga home, I hit him up. Instead of him hitting me up, I hit him up. I'm like, damn, nigga, what's up? Damn, bro, and I told him, I said, I checked him. I said, bro, just like, because listen, the last time I seen this nigga 2 times. I seen him the first time he went to court, which was on March 20th, 2024. And I seen him in the hallway one time. This was before I went to court. In May, I wouldn't let the nigga know I go to court. Because they checked. This is the funny thing is, they kept trying to give him a court date with me. So I told him, because he already got a court date with me. So I know at preliminary hearing, you can't 701 your case. You got to 701 your case once you like go to pretrial after preliminary. So the nigga telling me, well, I'm going to go in here and 710 my case right now. I'm looking at him like, bro, you can't do that. And you got a PD. But when I seen them in the bus, when we going to court, he like, yeah, you know, my girl got hired this lawyer named Paul such and such. Soon he mentioned the lawyer name. I said, bro, you know that's the rat lawyer, right? All of the rats got this nigga. He forced everybody to rat. And he get everybody jobs working for the... And right there, I should have... Listen, It was 2 red flags he gave me. But that red flag opened my eyes when we was in the joint. Like, yeah, it was him. Because the first red flag was, all everybody he said he was dealing with, all of a sudden they left him alone. Are you from Logan? Hey, what's up? Yeah, my guy Don from out there. I call him 50. 50, his name Dante Brown and shit. We did a bid together, my man Don. Damn, my man Luther. There's a couple people, man. I know a couple people out there. Damn, man. My man Rob was out there for a while before he got locked up for his homie and shit. Yeah, damn. Logan in the motherfucking building. Yeah. Yeah, I went through all that bullshit, man. And then from there, that's when I knew, like, I started paying attention because when I got locked up, I'm in jail. I'm just seeing all connects, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just like, niggas informants, bro. Niggas got informants on their cases, and I'm like, wow, bro. But with him, I knew it was him. I knew it was him. I'm like, bro, I'm the like you the goofiest nigga in the world, bro, to do some stupid ass, dumb ass shit like this. I know it's you, nigga. And like I said, he ain't hit me up or nothing, no. When he came home, I ended up hitting him up. I asked him the same question I'm asking him, bro, did you line me up, bro? Because this is what it looking like. There's only one thing I want to ask you. Did these people run in your house? Because when they lock me up, they take me to down City Line Avenue. You heard Fast Life? To the fucking state trooper joint down City Line. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I thought I was going to the feds. I'm gonna be real. When they came, I'm like, damn, y'all locking me up because I voted for Trump? That's what I thought. On some shit I posted on TikTok, because I was posting some crazy shit on TikTok. And then when I seen them, that's what I thought it was. And then when they take me all the way out there, I'm like, yo, where the fuck I'm at? But I know I'm out City Line. I know I'm going down that way. Then all of a sudden I see this nigga walk, but when he come in, the nigga ain't got no handcuffs on. He got no handcuffs on with his hat in his hand. Nigga, I'm cuffed up. Little rap, this shit crazy out here. Like my man get caught on the joint. He just you know how you do bids with niggas and y'all exchange numbers. You see your homie, yo, nigga, what's up? Then sometimes a nigga call his homie, you talk crazy shit. Yo, remember I used to sell these joints? Nigga, remember I had it in. I used to do this and that. But your homie probably called, like, yo, I got a joint in, nigga. I'm getting it in. My man get caught up in the joint like that. And yeah, and the crazy thing, I used to be in the car with the nigga sometimes, man, just to meet, like to bust it up with him and shit. I used to be like, yo, man, leave that nigga alone, bro. And yo, what the nigga got caught in the Rico joint with him. They had my man, they said my man was moving bricks. So I'm like 50 bricks on the my man like 50 bricks, nigga. I ain't even got 50 cents to give a nigga, bro. Like, what the fuck? Yo, that shit was funny as shit. And they gave him a year probation. They booked a lot of niggas on that joint like that. That's all with my joint. They booked my joint. I'm like, what the fuck? Booked for another nigga situation. But when I seen a nigga walk in with no cuss with his hat in his hand, I'm like, nigga, you got me, bro. You lied me. You lied the shit out of me, bro. And they played it off good, bro. They played that shit off good. And I watched them, bro. That day I watched all that shit. I watched one boy total and another nigga in the shooting. He the informant. They gave that nigga a nigga at Bell was a 2,500,000. That was the 10%. They gave that motherfucker R&R so he can go back out there and line. I said, damn, this shit over. This shit over. Yeah, this shit over, man. These niggas telling like Devin Haney, man. These niggas telling like Devin Haney. Getting they old back. Fuck around these niggas. You feel me? 9 o'clock, I'm gonna get up out of here. My phone about to die. Hey, yo, we gonna tune back in tomorrow for the cook up out. Hey, Fast Life, pull up, man. We gotta pull up, man. Come on live, man. We gonna build the panel tomorrow. Cook, AD1. My John Louis 13, man. On IG, hit me up. So in the DM, I mean, we could talk about doing an interview if you want to do one. I like I say, all up and coming fighters, amateur fighters especially. Fighters that's just turning pro, fighters that need any promotion. I'm gonna do it for free. I'm gonna post your shit for free. We can build later. You know, we can build later. Especially if you need light on the fight. You feel me? Hey, I'm here to do that. My platform growing is kind of big. I get my views up. My views used to be better. You know what I mean? Especially my lives used to be at 400, 500 to 1,000K on the live. But no, I'm just working back there again. And working back there again to get to that, and just building with real people, man. Because it's only us that's going to expose the truth. Everybody else going to create narratives and hide the bullshit. And then when you look at all these channels, all you hear is Project Mockingbird, everybody with the same narrative and same story. But right here is all facts, no opinions, man. We don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce, everything saucy. Shout out to my co-host, NY Santos, shout out to my guy Low Nose Boxing, always coming in with the low facts. My guy Yoda, top of 215. My guy Real, Real. My guy Real stop through. Shout out to Zay. Fast Life, what up, Fast? I like for you to pull up, come on the panel, hopefully pop up on the panel tomorrow. You dig me? And, we cook. Usually I probably do it again like around this time, 7 o'clock. I probably start 7 o'clock this time, but usually I start from 2. I'm gonna do 2 joints, so from 2 o'clock I be starting joints, and then right now I'm start coming back on at 7 because I see it's more live. You feel me? But we gonna cook. I holler at y'all tomorrow. Fast Life pulled up tomorrow. Hop on this panel. We gonna cook. I'm gonna let you do you. It's your facts, baby. It's all facts, and you been spitting all facts today, baby. You know what I mean? So we gonna cook, man. We ain't gonna let none marinate. We gonna get